Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum everyone. My name is Ayyan, graphic design wala, and I am a level 1 student at High School Islamabad campus. So today here with new and interesting interview with Gabe Gabrielle, the founder of NASA. So first of all, Gabriel, please introduce yourself to my audience.
Sure, my pleasure. So first of all, I would like to say good evening to everyone in Pakistan. It's 9 o'clock in the morning here in Florida. So I will say good morning to you and good evening from to you. Good morning from here, and I wish you a wonderful evening. It's a pleasure to do this. So my name is Gabe. Gabe is a nickname. This is what my friends call me. This is what I ask everyone to call me. I know sometimes with Asian culture, it's a little bit challenging for you. And if you can't do that, that's fine. You call me anything you like, but I really prefer Gabe. So I was a civil structural type of engineer at Kennedy Space Center for NASA in Florida. I did that for 17 years, and it was awesome. I really, really love being at the Space Center. When I travel around now, I talk about the magic of Kennedy Space Center and the fun of the space program. So that's kind of what I'm doing. About 10 years ago, I actually resigned my position at Kennedy Space Center to become a full-time international speaker. So for the last 10 years, I've been doing that. And the most recent country I was to is Pakistan. I've been to Pakistan 3 times now, and I'll be coming back in November. So I'm really looking forward to coming back.
Okay, nice introduction. So my next question to you is, what motivated you to join NASA at the Kennedy Space Center?
Yeah, so I was in the Air Force, and I was stationed at an Air Force base that's close to Kennedy Space Center in Florida. And while I was on this Air Force base, one of the guys that I work with got a special award to see the very first shuttle launch. Now, they don't have shuttle launches anymore, but a shuttle was a, a ship, a spaceship that looked like a plane, but it was attached to rockets and it would go up in space and it would come back and land like a plane. It was really unique. And I saw the very first shuttle launch. And when I saw that very first shuttle launch, I'd never seen anything like it. It was the most amazing thing I ever saw. And I said to myself at that time, when I get out of the Air Force, I'm going to try to get a job at Kennedy Space Center and be part of NASA.
Okay, so nice. So my next question to you is, Cap sir, how was the transition from NASA or to the U.S. Air Force Special Operation Command?
For me, everything is kind of the same. The transition from the two, I approach every day the same way. It doesn't matter if I'm doing something for NASA or I'm out here cutting the grass in my yard. I do the same thing every day. How well can I do this? How much can I enjoy it? And how much can I learn from it? So I kind of approach this every day, and so there really was no difference in the transition. One was being in the military, and the other was being for a space agency. But really, I approach everything the same. It doesn't matter what I do. I enjoy it all. The challenge is never to do something. The challenge is to enjoy it. If you can learn to enjoy everything you do as you are doing it, you will have a very happy life.
Okay, nice. So my next question to you is, looking back, what was your biggest challenge as a young engineer?
Yeah, so every day is a challenge. I look at every day as a challenge, and the challenge is not to do something. The challenge is to enjoy doing it. So for me, I take every day, it doesn't matter if I'm doing something somebody thinks is really super important, or I'm doing something for me, like cutting the grass. I do the same every day. The challenge is never to do something. The challenge is how well can I do this, and how much can I enjoy doing it. So it's a different type of challenges, but you approach it to me the same way and you have the same objective.
Okay, nice. So my next question to you is, what was the most exciting project you worked on at NASA?
So for me, as a civil structural type of engineer, I deal with roads and bridges and buildings and roofs, electrical systems, mechanical systems, what we call the infrastructure of Kennedy Space Center. And I would do the same thing as a civil structural type of engineer in Karachi or in Pakistan. I always say it's a profession, it's like a nurse. If you're a nurse, you're a nurse everywhere. It doesn't matter what you do, where you go, you do the same thing. So it's the same as kind of civil structural engineering. But it's not what you do, It's where you do it that makes it so special. Doing anything on Kennedy Space Center to me is magic. It's not what you do, it's what's around you. You have all these magical buildings and you have ships going to the stars and you have ships going to space. Your mind is always going to magical places. It's just so much fun. Everywhere you look, every building, every wall, there's pictures of the universe, there's pictures of the solar system, there's pictures of stars. So your mind is always going to these magical places. And then you see a big building, you see a ship being put together, and it goes to these magical places. So your imagination becomes reality. It's just the most amazing thing to me. And I don't care what you do, it's where you do it that just makes it so much fun.
Okay, thank you. So my next question to you is, how would you describe the culture at NASA?
For many people, NASA is a job. It's like any other job they have. They don't look at it every differently. For me, and many people like me, we look at it much, much different. NASA is a magical environment. It's like you go into this make-believe world. You have ships going to planets. You have ships going to a star. All of these things are happening around you, and it seems like it's make-believe, but it's reality. I think many of us at NASA love it. But also many people look at it, it's just a job. I have to go in and do this job and I really don't like the job. I want to be off, I want to be fishing, I want to do something else. To me, they missed the greatest opportunity to be in a magical environment and appreciate where they are.
Okay, nice. So my next question to you is, what lesson did you learn from working at Kennedy Space Center?
Yeah, I just learned to appreciate, I think, more than anything else, where I am. Prior to that, I've always enjoyed life and I've always enjoyed everything I did. But being at Kennedy Space Center is such a unique position. And I enjoyed every second that I was there. I really wanted to go there after I saw that first shuttle launch. And when I got there, it was great. It was even better than I thought because I chose to look at it that way. So the biggest lesson I think I learned there was just to be appreciative of the very, very special opportunity that I was having. And then I apply that to everything in my life. When I go to Pakistan, going to Pakistan is the most fun thing for me to do. When I'm in Pakistan, it's the most favorite country. People say, well, what's your favorite country? I've been to 18 countries around the world. And I always say the same thing. My favorite country is always the country I'm in. If I'm in Pakistan, I only think about Pakistan. If I'm in India, I only think about India. And I don't compare one to the other. Wherever I am, what can I find good in this? What can I learn from this? How much fun can I have? I do that with everything I do. And that's the challenge in life. The challenge is never to do something. The challenge is to enjoy doing it. And if you can make everything you do your favorite thing to do when you are doing it, you will have a very happy life.
Okay. So my next question to you is, do you ever face failure at NASA and how did you overcome it?
So I learned in my mind, you never fail. And I want you to do, no matter what you do, no matter where you go, you never fail. If things doesn't work as you expected, it doesn't mean you failed. You learned. Every time you do something, you learn, and you learn more when it doesn't go as expected. And what you learn most is, okay, I'm at this point and it's not going as I thought. You have to step back. You have to look, how did I get here? What did I learn? What can I do differently? And every time you do that, you learn so much. So I never, never say fail. I always say learning experience. Never be afraid to try. You never fail. Never.
Okay. So my next question to you is, how did being part of NASA shape your career?
I think it just I don't know how much it helped my career, but it helped me, as a person, and that helped my career. I was just put in this magical environment, and I just loved every second of it. I've always enjoyed life, and I've always had fun in life, but most of the things are the things people do every day. But when you're at NASA or when you're at Kennedy Space Center, to me, you enter a different world than the rest of the world. Maybe, India has a great space program called ISRO. Japan has a space program called JAXA. Many different countries have different space programs, and they're all magical, I believe, within their country. But the American space program is taking astronauts to space. And not a lot of the countries are doing that. Russia's doing that. SpaceX is doing that. So being around this environment where you have astronauts running around, ships going to space, ships coming back from space, it was just so much fun for me. And it put me in a world that I didn't know existed. But learning from it and appreciating it and carrying that to everything else I do, I think was a great stepping stone for me. And I still go to NASA. 10 years ago, I quit my job, but I stay as a volunteer. When they have launches, people come from all over the world to see the launches, and they don't know where they're going, and they don't know what's going on. So I volunteer as an escort. They might have a bus going from a place to a launch site. I will ride on the bus, talk with the people, show them about the Space Center, and I get to see the launch, which I really, really love. So I'm still involved in the space program, even though I resigned my position 10 years ago.
Okay, nice. So my next question to you is, what was your role as Director of Engineering for the U.S. Air Force Special Operation Command?
So my role was pretty unique in that in special operations, most of the people in special operations are dealing with very, very unique things. They're special people. They're doing operations that most people could never do. That's why they're called special. Well, I was an engineer assigned to special operations, so I wasn't doing all of the unique things that the special ops guys did. I was traveling around the world, any place they had a special operations unit. If they had any issues with engineering, like their buildings or their air conditioning systems. If they had problems with their day-to-day environment, I would help them fix those problems. And in doing that, I got to travel all over the world. I literally traveled around the world. I would be gone for 6 weeks, and I would be in all over the Pacific. I would be gone for 6 weeks, all over Europe. And I would do all of this traveling, and I got to see so much and learn so much and really, really appreciate others.
Okay. So my next question to you is, how different was the military environment compared to NASA?
Everything is what you make of it to me. NASA, of course, is this magical environment, but there are many people at NASA who look at it as a job. They will come in on Monday and say, "Oh, I got to work all week. I don't like it here. I want to be somewhere else." And I'm saying, "Look, you're in this magical place. This isn't work. How can it not be work? It's so much fun." But their mindset was, "I got to work. So I don't like working. I don't like being here. I want to be home fishing. I want to be home doing something else. I don't want to be here." They never really appreciated it. For me, every day was magical. I appreciated every day I was there, not so much what I did, but the environment I did it in and how much I could learn and how much fun it was. So everything is what you make of it. You always have a choice. With this interview right now, you can enjoy this interview or not. Either way, you will do it. The challenge to you and the challenge to me, and I look at this, we're our team. Every time we do an interview, we're a team together with a common goal. I'm no better than you. You're no better than me. We are equal with a common goal. And that's how I approach everything. And I thank you for the interview. You're doing great. It's a lot of fun speaking with you, and I really look forward to continuing.
Okay, thank you. So my next question to you is, what achievement are you most proud of during your Air Force service?
Oh, there's so many. I don't know, every you in life, just like you'll learn in life, you have different things you do at different stages. Each stage is important. Each stage is a building. And I don't think one is really more important than the other. You want to approach them all the same. How well can I do this? How can I enjoy doing it? And you enjoy the opportunity to do something new. So for me, I look at everything as a challenge. It's the same challenge. And you learn to do your best and enjoy what you do. And once you learn that, everything becomes really, really fun and everything you enjoy doing. So I really don't look at anything as critical. There was a couple of times in the Air Force when I had to do briefings to generals and those things were really critical. And I had fun doing them and I managed to do everything well and enjoy it all. I'm very thankful.
Okay. So what advice would you give to engineers who want to serve in the defense sector?
Well, I give the same advice to everybody. It doesn't matter to me what you want to do or where you want to go. You know, I talk about three things. These three things are so important. Do your best, enjoy what you do, believe in yourself. Learn those three things. It doesn't matter what you do, it doesn't matter where you go. You will always be successful. We are told around the world, not just in Pakistan, but all countries in the world, you are told the only way you can be successful is to work hard. You must work hard. And if you're not successful, it's your fault. You're never working hard enough. And you're always surrounded with stress and pressure. So I say to you, you can have a life never nothing is ever hard. Never have stress, never have pressure. You can enjoy your life and be very, very successful if you just remember those three things. Do your best. That's pretty easy. It doesn't matter what you do. Challenge yourself to do your best. Feel good about your effort. It doesn't matter what happens. Feel good about your effort. If it's not what you want, it's okay. You will learn something, do it again. Always do your best and feel good about your effort. Enjoy everything you do. This is a little bit more of a challenge. Sometimes we have things we think we don't like to do, but we think we don't like to do it. That's why we don't like it. Learn to like everything you do. Learn to find positives in everything. It's so important. And if you can't find a positive, say to yourself, it could be worse. Then it becomes a positive. Never have a negative experience. That's so important. And the most important thing, believe in yourself. Very few people have this. This is why they have stress. This is why they have pressure. It doesn't matter how successful they are. It doesn't matter how much money they have. They just don't have that belief in themselves. That's why they have stress. That's why they have pressure. Well, how do you get that belief in yourself? Most things start with a thought or a dream. You take that dream and you write it down. Say, this is my goal. And okay, I'm here. I want to go there. How do I get there? You plan small steps, very small steps. Don't be in a hurry. The smaller the step, the easier it is to accomplish. The easier it is to accomplish, it helps you develop that belief and that confidence in yourself. And you do that very, very slowly. Don't be in a hurry. You build and you build and you build. And one day you say to yourself, I can do anything. When you believe you can do anything, you will never have stress. You'll never have pressure. You just go do it because you believe you can. And when you enjoy it, you do even better.
Okay. So my next question to you is, you have spoken 18 in 18 countries. How did you get into public speaking?
I got into public speaking totally by accident. If somebody would have said to me, I'm going to pay you $1 million to be a public speaker, I would have said, keep the money. I don't want it. I'm not a public speaker. I don't like to talk in front of people. Something I never want to do, keep it. It just happened by accident. I was actually in South Africa speaking with a bunch of kids. No, I can speak with kids, but to a public speaker is different. And all of a sudden, I found myself in South Africa with the American embassy saying, "Hey, we got a guy from NASA. We want to talk to schools." The next thing I knew, I was walking into an audience with 400 people. I had never spoken in front of anybody before. I had no preparation. I just went out there and did it. And I didn't have time to say no because they gave me such a short notice. And it went great. It really, really went great. I was surprised at how well it went. And I had a great connection with the kids, something I really enjoyed. And I said, okay, this is something I can do. So I started totally by accident. And it just evolved and got more and more and more till I've been to 18 countries around the world now. It's pretty amazing.
Okay. So my next question to you is, what was the most memorable international event you spoke at?
Wow, I look at every event as my most important one. If you say to me, what's your favorite event? I always say my favorite event is always the last one I did. So for me, I don't have one I choose over the other. I don't have one country I choose over the other. To me, the challenge is to enjoy it all equally. And I never compare. I never really go to India or to let's say I'm in Pakistan. I'm in Pakistan. I'm only thinking about Pakistan. I'm not thinking about any other country. I'm not comparing Pakistan to any other country. I only focus on Pakistan and what is the good I can find in Pakistan. So for me, internationally, I enjoy them all. And I'm always, always thankful for the countries I visit because everyone treats me so kind and it's just so much fun for me.
Okay. Nice. So my next question to you is, what impact do you hope to leave as a speaker?
Oh, the main thing, I kind of have two objectives when I go to schools. You know, uh, I want you to feel better about yourself, and about your future. And when I'm done coming to school or when I visit you, or even after this talk now, I hope you will learn to feel better about yourself and your future just by doing those three things. Do your best, enjoy what you do, believe in yourself. I want you to know you can have a great life. Never work, nothing is ever hard, no stress, no pressure. You can be successful and have fun doing it, but you have to do those three things.
Okay. So my next question to you, how do you define leadership?
I think leadership, the biggest key with really leadership is relating to others. If you and I are going to do something together, it's my challenge as the leader to learn about you. Why do you think the way you do? Why do you do the things you do? I don't have to agree with you, but I have to get the time to learn you and understand you, and then find ways as a leader to say, look, we have to do this. How do we do it together? I want your input. I think it's really important as a leader. You involve everyone in the decision making process, and everybody has a role. Nobody is more important than the other. Everyone has a role. When you all do your role to the best of your ability, you're all going to be successful. No one is more important. Everyone is equal. Everybody should have a common goal.
Okay. So my next question to you is, what's the most important traits of successful leader?
Again, I think it's being able to relate to others, and you also have to have a belief in yourself. You know, if you don't have that belief in yourself and you're asking others to do things and you don't think you can do it yourself, you're not going to be very successful. It's going to be very challenging for you to get them to follow you. So you first of all, you have that strong belief in yourself. And you have to be willing to compromise. There's many, many factors, but I believe having a strong belief in yourself is critical.
Okay. So my next question to you is, how do you motivate teams during stressful times?
Well, first, I try to eliminate stress. That's the first thing. If you eliminate stress, then you don't have that stressful time. And you eliminate that stress by getting others to believe in themselves, to have confidence in themselves. And you do that by little steps. If you and I were going to do something, I would say, okay, this is what we have to do. How do we do it? Let's plan the steps together. But let's go slow. Let's enjoy the step. I think that's key to being successful. You want to enjoy what you do. When you enjoy what you do better and you want to do more. So this is what the key is for me.
Okay. So my next question to you is, what role does innovation play in your leadership style?
Well, I think you're ever evolving. So when you say innovation, I think we're always learning. And when we learn, we take that knowledge forward with us and we adjust our future ways of doing things. So innovation to me is another way of saying learning, doing something new, trying different things. Sometimes when you do something new, it doesn't go as you expect, and that's okay. You learn the most when things don't go expected. And one of the things you learn is, okay, I got here, it's not going as I expected. I have to step back, take the knowledge I learned getting here, apply it to a new direction. So to me, it's an ever evolving learning process, and you always learn no matter what you do.
Okay. So my next question to you is, how do you balance personal and professional life? How do
Yeah. So for me, I don't differentiate from the two. I every day is an adventure for me. Every day is a challenge. It does not matter what I do. It does not matter where I go. So I don't differentiate from the two. It's always the same. I'm always thankful. I'm always appreciative. I'm always trying to be kind, and I really am thankful for the kindness shown to me. But the challenge to myself is always, how well can I do something? How well can I enjoy doing it? The challenge is never to do something. The challenge is to enjoy doing it. Anybody can do something. Can you enjoy doing it? And it's 100% mental. Learn to train your mind in a positive way. Everything else will follow.
Okay, so my next question to you is, who were your role models growing up?
So I really didn't have role models so much. I really had a very challenging time growing up. I hated school. I failed almost everything I did. I was always in trouble with my parents. I was always fighting with my parents. So for me, it was all about learning and growing up and getting away from the control of my parents. So I think for me, it's just a matter of being mature and planning things and learning from others. I had two uncles when I was growing up, and I didn't see them a lot, but I always, every time I saw them, they were always having fun. They were always enjoying life. And I always looked at them and I thought, I want to be like them. You know, a lot of the other adults were complaining about their job and about money and this and that, but these two guys never complained. And I always thought in my mind, I don't know why they are the way they are, but I want to be like them. I want to have fun with my life. And so I didn't really directly model myself after them because they never spoke with me about it. I just looked at them and said, I don't know how they do it, but I want to do that. And in the end, I did do it. And I went back to them and I told them about it, and they didn't understand. So with me, like with you now, I'm not your uncle, but I always try to say, look, this is what I learned. I want to share this with you so you can have the same happy life. You might look at me and say, hey, wow, this guy's having a great time, but you don't know why. So what I'm trying to do is take the time and let you know, yeah, I am having a great life, and you can have it too. And these are the things I learned that I share with you. Now, you want to take those things and apply them to yourself. Not exactly the same, but whatever you think is beneficial for you. But the main thing is you want to learn to develop that belief in yourself. That is so important.
Oh, okay. So, what book or resource influenced you the most?
Say that again, I'm sorry.
Yes, my question is, what book or resource influenced you the most?
Yeah, so I really don't like to read. I tell people all of the time, when I was a little kid, I hated school. I really hated school. So I love the beach and I love sports. So I was on the beach having fun and playing sports, and they dragged me off the beach and they put me in a box and they said, read. And I didn't want to do any of that. So I never really liked to read. So I always tell people I don't like to read. I kind of just skim things. I don't read all of the words, or I look at the pictures. I did have to do a lot of reading when I was in university, and I did do it and I enjoyed it. But for the most part, it's like eating. I don't like to eat. Many people love to eat, many people love to read. I don't like to do either one of those, but I don't fault the people who I do. And I think they're both important and they're both special. But for me, I never really liked to read. So I didn't really read books growing up, and I really don't read books now.
Okay. So, what lessons did you learn from that experience?
Well, one of the things I learned is to do look at things differently, and what I share with you as well. So if I could do one thing over in my life, and my life has been really good. I am so thankful every minute of every day. But if I could do one thing over, it would go back to school and apply myself in school because I just didn't. I didn't want to do nothing all through high school. I hated school. I didn't want to do nothing, and it was my fault. I chose to look at it differently, and if I could go back and do something, that's the only one thing I would do. I would apply myself a lot more in school as a little kid.
Okay. So, what advice would you give to students who want to work at NASA?
So for me, it does not matter where you want to work. It doesn't matter what you want to do. My advice is always the same. Remember those three things. It's not important what you do. It's not important where you do it. It's only important you enjoy what you do. And as you're doing it, if you have a goal to get to NASA, you have to ask yourself, how do I get to NASA? What steps do I have to achieve? Or if you want to be a cook, or if you want to be a nurse, everything is the same to me. Okay, I'm here. I want to go there. How do I get there? What steps do I take? Remember, always small steps. And don't get discouraged. Sometimes things don't go as expected. Sometimes you have to go backward to go forward. It's all okay. It's all part of the learning process. Stay determined, stay positive, enjoy everything you do, and be flexible. This is my advice no matter what your goal is.
Okay. Thank you for your very precious time. Okay.
You-
So,
You're very welcome. So before you go, I just want you to do one thing for me. I want you to do a little heart. Awesome. Okay. Thank you so much.
okay. So, Vivek, this was our very best interview with Gabe Gabrielle. So, I hope you like it. See you another interview, another session. Till then, Allah Hafiz, Pakistan, Zindabad, Ham School, Paindabad.